everybody, welcome back to Beboss Kitchen. Welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. I'd like to ask, if you haven't subscribed, how about subscribing? Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, leave me a comment, I'll reply to you, and don't forget to click on the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I upload a new video. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving, and I saw this recipe on Facebook. I've done a sweet potato pound cake before, but this is a sweet potato pecan glazed pound cake. It looked so good, and so I'm going to give it a try. I want to start by showing you the list of ingredients and get this cake in the oven because I'm kind of pressured with things to get done today. So here is the list. You will need unsalted butter, powdered sugar, granulated sugar, brown sugar, pureed sweet potato, all-purpose flour, eggs, buttermilk, baking soda, salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, cake batter extract, and chopped pecans. Okay, I'm going to start by creaming my butter, which is at room temperature. I have let it set out so that it would be soft, and I am going to cream that and my sugars together. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and I will be baking this in a tube pan. Just break my butter up, and now I'm going to drop my sugar in there, and I'm going to cream that all together. I'm going to scrape down the sides of my bowl. This recipe that I saw did not give you any instructions on how to put this cake together. So I hope that I'm doing this right. I'm doing it from experience that I've had in baking cakes. So I'm going to continue to beat this for a little bit longer and let it get really fluffy. Okay, I'm going to scrape the sides down one more time. What that enables this to do is to sort of melt your sugar, dissolve it, and it may be the right thing to do with this recipe and it may not. I don't know, but we will know when I get through with it. Okay, now I'm going to add my sweet potato to this. Now I baked some sweet potatoes. I'm not sure if you can buy canned sweet potatoes. I know you can yams, so I guess you could take yams and puree those. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this together. Scraping down the sides once again. Okay, and now I'm going to add 4 eggs, but I'm going to do one at a time, and I'll beat it after each one. My eggs are very fresh because we have chickens, so that's why I'm not breaking them into a dish. Normally, you would break it into a dish to make sure that they're okay, but these are fresh off the nest. This is my last one. That's 4. Okay, I'm going to add my baking soda and salt directly to my flour and whisk it together. And also my nutmeg. And I'm just going to blend these things together. Now I'm going to alternate my flour mixture and buttermilk to my sweet potato and sugar mixture here. add the last of the flour. Now this recipe did say if your batter was too thick, you could add a little more buttermilk. So we will see. I don't know how this is going to look. I think it's going to be okay. I want to scrape down the sides of my bowl and get all that flour down and mixed in. I don't want to overwork my batter. So I think that is mixed good enough. Okay, and now I am going to sprinkle a cup of these chopped nuts, and these are coarsely chopped. They're not cut fine. But I'm going to fold this into my batter, and I'm reserving the other cup of them to go on top of the batter once I put it in the tube pan. You just want to mix it thoroughly and get your nuts all blended in evenly. I'm going to spray my tube pan. Spray it well so that it doesn't stick to my pan when I go to turn it out. I think that's good. Okay, and so now I'm going to put my batter in my pan. Okay, and you just want to smooth your batter around to even it. Okay, and now I'm going to take the remaining nuts and I'm just going to sprinkle these on top of the cake. Now, if you don't care for pecans, of course, you can omit it and just have a sweet potato pound cake. But this looked really, really good, and those of you who watch me know that I love nuts. Okay, those look pretty evenly distributed, and so I will place this in my oven that's preheated to 350, and it will bake 45 to 55 minutes. When I bring this out, I will apply a glaze on it, which I am about to make. So let me get this in the oven and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make the glaze to go over my cake when I bring it out of the oven. So I have taken 2 cups of powdered sugar, and I'm going to pour this melted butter. Now I will post this recipe below in the description box, but it's 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and I'm going to add that along with a teaspoon of cake batter extract. And I'm going to start mixing this, just kind of incorporate that a little bit, because now to this I'm going to start drizzling some buttermilk to get the consistency that I'm going to want. Now, if it's not real thin, your cake won't absorb it so much. And that's what I want. I want it to not fully absorb it. And just a little bit more. And I'm just going to mix this really, really well to get any lumps out of it. Now you could also sift your powdered sugar. I didn't do that. I kind of, after I put it in my bowl, I sort of stirred it around to try to dissipate any big lumps or anything that was in it. I think that's a good consistency. Now I will apply this to my cake while it's warm. But also, before I put it on my cake, I will pop this in the microwave for just a little bit to thin it, just a tiny bit. So, I will be back when the cake gets finished baking. I will bring it out and we'll conclude this video at that point. Okay, my timer has gone off and I am taking my cake out of the oven. I'm going to do a toothpick test to make sure this is done. And it is. Okay, I baked this cake for 55 minutes. I'm going to let this sit for just a few minutes and then I'll turn it out of the pan and then I'll drizzle the glaze over it. So as soon as this cools just a little bit, I'll be back to finish it up. Okay, it has been just a very few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and turn my cake out, and now all I will do is flip this over on my cake pan. This is really hot. I am going to let this cool for just a little bit, you all, because I don't want this to get wet on the bottom. I do have to glaze it while it's warm, but I am going to wait for a little bit on that. All right, my cake is still warm, but it has cooled off some from what it was. So I'm going to turn it out now onto my cake plate. And I had popped my glaze in the microwave for 30 seconds. I'll see how that looks. I'm going to sprinkle these nuts back on that fell off. This smells really good. The nuts are roasted, and so it gives this wonderful aroma that looks really pretty. So let's see, because while your cake is warm, you need to drizzle your glaze over it. Okay, I'm just gonna drizzle this like so. I may have left it in a little too long because it has really thinned it out quite a bit, but that's okay. I'm going to run it on the edge so it will drizzle over the sides. You can leave it like this, or you can take the glaze and spread it up on the sides of your cake, and that's what I am going to do. I'm just going to spread it up on the sides. Okay, and it's still going to run down some, and that's okay, because what I'm going to do now is go in and clean up my plate. Okay, as that cools, you can see it stops running quite as much. So I just kind of scooped it up with my spatula and glaze the sides with it. And so now I will clean my plate to make it look more presentable. I have a pumpkin roll in the oven baking for our Thanksgiving dinner. I want to get that completed today. and in the fridge. And I am hoping to make a white chocolate strawberry cheesecake for Thanksgiving Day. And so if I do get to do that, I'm going to plan to video it and I will post that. Things are really crazy here at our house. We are starting on the building of converting the garage into a large kitchen. We're having to build another garage onto the house, and Clayton is also building a large walk-in closet on the opposite end of the house. And so things are kind of crazy, but I'm very thankful. Okay, that gets it. Isn't that pretty? I really hate to cut this and me taking it over for our dinner dessert, but I am going to. I'm going to cut a slice and I will do a taste test for you. All right, I am going to cut this cake and do a taste test for you. So, it is still warm, so I think it's going to fall apart on me because it's warm. And with it having pecans in it, that makes it want to fall apart. It looks really good. And let me say, I discovered after I had iced my cake that I never hooked my sound system up to my camera. So please forgive me. After all, I am over 71 and my memory is not what it once was. But anyway, I apologize for my sound system. I have ordered me a new sound system this morning because I keep having trouble with this one being real scratchy and staticky, and I think it just needs to be replaced. So, that being said, I'm going to do a taste test now. So, here's to you. Sweet potato pecan glazed or sweet potato pecan glazed pound cake. And it honestly looks delicious. That's good. Oh my. That is very, very flavorful. And gosh, those nuts, especially the ones on top with that roasted flavor, gosh, that's good. The glaze adds a little bit of sweetness to it. It's not an overly sweet cake, but it's sweet aplenty. But anyway, this is really good. May I have one more bite? Goodness. Gosh, that's good. Like I said, I will post this recipe below in the description box. I hope you will give it a try. It's really delicious. But until the next time, I am B-Boss saying, may the Lord bless and keep you and your family safe. And until we see each other again, have a great day. I pray that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and may the Lord bless and keep you and your family safe always. See ya. Bye.